I was popping everybody. Welcome to another video. And as you can see, I am at the beach right now. I just finished working out. I got a good run in. And as I was running, I decided to make this video for y'all. So before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join the free Discord in the bio if you have not already. I'm giving out free game. I'm helping y'all out as much as I can to the best of my ability. So please join that. Help me, help you. But based off the title of this video, you might see and think, like, what are you talking about? A $20,000 mistake. I want to really just break down why I ended up losing so much more money than I did and why it was so avoidable and how you can avoid what I did. So, y'all know a little bit about my backstory. I have videos on it down on my channel from the summer and all that, but essentially I started out day trading on a live account. And on this live account, I deposited $1,000. I demo traded twice. I took two demo trades and literally from there, I won both of them without any system, just literally pure luck. And it ended up hitting, so I thought I was ready to basically jump into the live market. I got two lucky trades and I thought I was ready to jump into the live market. In reality, I was not, nowhere near it. And I ended up full porting every trade. I made up to like $7,500 in that account. So I turned that $1,000 into 7,000 and some change. I ended up blowing it all within the span of a month. So that's X amount of dollars down the drain. And I'm gonna tell y'all each loss and tell y'all basically what all was the root of it. So I took that loss and then from there I decided to demo trade a little bit more. Demo trade, got into a funded account, blew those a couple times. And then from there, I'm like, I want to get back into a live account. So I had a crypto portfolio at the time. I took out small increments of money every time from my crypto portfolio. And as I would just continue to drain it, I would continue to learn from it, but I would continue to lose. Like I kept losing every time I would, take money out of my cryptos accounts, deposit them in the live accounts. I would constantly lose. I was full porting. I was impatient. I just kept blowing these accounts. I kept blowing them literally for years on end. It took me 2.5 years just to pass my first funded account. Um, and all of this was in correlation to just me being greedy and me being impatient. Literally the only two um, factors, me being greedy and me being impatient. What I mean by this is like every time I'll get into either a live account or a funded account, I was either full porting, I couldn't walk away after taking a loss, I was a sore loser, I could not see the long-term vision. And this took me a very, very long time to get over. Y'all know anything about prop firms, on the CFD side, those 100K funded accounts are costing $499 per account. And I'm just milking through these accounts, just trying to see fast money, trying to make a quick 10% ROI. Like, oh, if I make 10% of this 100,000, that's $10,000 payout in a month. I can do that. I'm super delusional in my head, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a. It's by all means, I want you to be delusional. I want you to believe in yourself. But I was being delusional without practicing the right, without having the right guidance and without practicing the right practices to get to that point. I was so delusional that I was just fully confident in myself that I could do it without actually putting the work in or following the right steps in order to get to what it took to get to that point. I was impatient. I was greedy. And I was just trying to rush my process. And this is where I feel like the first lesson comes in. Every time I blew an account, I never blew an account just over like the span of a week of just taking losses. Like every time I would blow an account, it would happen after one day I might take a loss and I revenge trade and I'm giving all my losses back. And this was literally a repeated cycle for years on end. It took me really until I was damn near at rock bottom to really understand, like, yo, you need to slow down. There's no rush. You're 20 years, 19 years old. You have no reason to try to rush. Like, you have your whole entire life to continue to lose money, to continue to make money. There's no need to try to make it all overnight. Like, this is a long process. This is a process to where you have to really learn and grow from your mistakes and stop trying to make it all happen overnight. It's a brick by brick type of situation. Like Nipsey Hussle said, if you put a brick down every day, keep your head down, eventually you'll look up and you'll have a whole wall built. And from that wall, you build your house, etc. But you can't just build a house overnight. You need to really focus on each individual step to get to that point. And I wasn't doing that. I was impatient and I was just greedy and I was lustful for materialistic things. I was chasing things that really didn't matter either because once I got those things, it was like, all right, now what? Like, I have a story on this pair of shoes that I always wanted. It was a pair of Jordans since I was like maybe I don't even know. I was watching YouTube at a very young age, like 10, 11 years old. It was this pair of Jordans that I always wanted that my parents couldn't get for me. So once I ended up making a little bit of money off my first, couple payouts from my live account, I ended up buying these shoes. I wore the shoes the first day I got them, and I never put them on again. Um, this was about 2 years ago. I had a live account, ended up making a little bit of money from it. But like, I lost all that money, by the way, so it wasn't consistent. But I did make a little bit of money, and I ended up treating myself to those shoes, and I literally only wore them one time. And this just goes to show, like, I was chasing the materialistic stuff that really didn't matter. It didn't really fulfill me in the end, and that was part of the reason why I was so greedy and impatient, because I wanted to chase these things, but they really don't matter. What really matters is your process and understanding that you're doing everything the way you're supposed to do it, um, the correct way, and chasing things that will truly fulfill you, because it's only going to cause you to be impatient. It's only going to cause you to be irrational and make the wrong decisions. Like, I was doing this blindly. I had no guidance. I was impatient, and I was just chasing the dollar signs and not understanding, like, yo, you're so young. You have your entire life. Take your time. Even if I was 30 years old, I'm 20 years old right now. Even if you're 30, 40 years old watching this, there's people that take 3, 4 years to become profitable, 5, 10 years even. The second that switch flips, you have the ability to make back all of your losses in the span of a week, in the span of a month. Like, I literally made back 2.5 years of losses within one payout, or no, within two payouts, and those two payouts came within a span of 10 days. I made back 2.5 years of losses within 10 days of just me doing what I was supposed to do. Like, that goes to show the power and the scalability of it if you just take your time and trust the process. But this didn't come overnight, though. Yeah, I made that money in 10 days, but they came from a span of years of losses. It came from years of lessons and hardship and me losing and constantly just battling myself mentally. And it put me in dark places at times. I had to really understand to myself, like, this is all you got. Like, this is this or nothing. Like, I would constantly tell myself that you're gonna make this work. Shake back. Like, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And I'm a firm believer in that. And yes, the losses hurt. Losing money hurts. You think about all the stuff that you could have done with that money that you did lose. Like, I lost over probably $12,000, $13,000 in straight just live capital alone. Like, me depositing money in, making some money, then losing it all. Like, and all these losses came within the span of a day. Like, literally, I would just have a single day where I would just blow up and crash out. Like, you think about all the stuff you could have done. Damn, I could have did this, that, and that. I could have bought a car. I could have went on vacation. I could have bought these clothes that I've been wanting for so long. But I also feel like that was what kind of helped me get into the position I am today, because I was so heavily invested in myself and I wasn't focused on those things at the time. Like, I was always looking to get a return out of every dollar that I had. Whether if it was my last dollar or not, like, I'd rather spend it to potentially make more back than know that I'm not going to get money back. Because if I'm spending, let's say, $200 total on a funded account, I know I have a chance to make that money back. Versus if I'm spending $200 on some shoes, I know I'm not getting that money back. I know I'm already at a loss once I put the shoes on my feet. I buy some clothes, like, I know I'm not getting that money back. So in my head, I'd always rather spend the money with the potential to make it back. So that was a plus, but at the same time, I was so delusional and I wasn't actually ready to even do that. I was impatient. And I think that a way that you can help overcome this is really just understand that it is a long-term process. This stuff is not quick. This stuff is not simple. It's not easy. Now, it can be once you get to a certain point, but it is not that off rip. It will take you a very long time. You need to really have the ability to walk away. Once you know that you can just step away from a loss, if you can just walk away, if you can take a break from trading forever, however many times you understand the market is not going anywhere, your system will come back. You might miss out on the day of trading. See a bunch of people take a very great trade that day. Then you'll be upset. Like, no, understand that that same exact trade will come. The market repeats itself. The market is continuous and it will not go anywhere. Stock market has been here for literally over a century. You have your whole entire life to make that money back, to catch that same exact setup, because this stuff will present itself again. Understand it is a long-term process. Be able to walk away and be able to disattach from the money. The money will come as a byproduct of you doing what you're supposed to do. The money will be a byproduct of that. You do not need to, you know, go out here and try to to full port and make all this money and copy trade all these accounts if you haven't even passed one account yet. I was trying to copy trade 20 Apex accounts without even having one payout from it yet. And you can only imagine what type of mental space that puts you in because I'm investing, thousands of dollars. You have to buy all these accounts and activate them once you pass them. Yes, I did end up passing them, but the mental, I guess it's kind of like trading at all-time highs, like this type of analogy. Like there's no real framework up there. It's uncharted territory. It's undisclosed location. Like I've never been there mentally. I've never been in that position to where I'm trading with that amount of capital. So it mentally put me in a different place that I wasn't used to. You need to start off slow. Start with one account. Do not try to copy trade a whole bunch of accounts off rip. It's not worth it. You're gonna drain yourself mentally. It's gonna be exhausting, and you're not gonna be used to it. Even trading one account for some people is hard. Like so if I'm trying to trade 20, imagine that. Like understand that it is a long-term process. You do not need to do it all overnight. You do not need to do it all in one day. You can take a week's worth of losses and still end the month profitable. Like, do not let one day define you. Do not let one week define you. It is a long-term, month after month, year after year, quarter after quarter type of process. Understand that it is over time. Be able to step away from the loss. Another thing that also helps as well is like, if I know, this is where studying your metrics comes into play in journaling. If I know that, over after journaling for years on end, all of my accounts are blown after I take, I have a much more likely possibility of blowing my accounts after taking, 3 losses on the day. Why even take more than 3 losses on the day? Why not just step away after that third loss? Like, I used this analogy with the student the other day. Like, if I know that it's a whole bunch of spiders and snakes behind that door and I'll probably get bit, I'm not going to open the door. I'm going to just stay away from that door. I'm never going to walk into it. It's the same exact thing. If you notice, you're much more likely to blow an account after X amount of things happen or after, you're trading for more than an hour, don't even do it. Just stay away because trading is a probabilistic game and you do not want to put yourself at improbable conditions when the market is already improbable itself. You want to give yourself the highest possibility. You want to shift the odds as much in your favor as possible. So if I know that if I go behind that door, I will likely get scared, I will likely get bit, I'm going to stay away from that door. I'm going to stay away from that room as a whole. I'm not even going to go near it because now my odds are way less likely. Like, obviously, it could still happen, but it's way less likely. You shift the odds in your favor, and that's what day trading is. And I wasn't doing that for a very long time. I didn't understand this concept literally up until recently, within the last few months, where I would really study myself. And that's also the beauty of journaling and the beauty of tracking your metrics, because the more you do it, the more you learn, and the more you understand yourself and your system. Like, dang, got bit. But the more you learn, the more you understand yourself and your system, to where it's like you'll learn more and more. And it'll just give you more and more insight, like just peeling off layers. And that's the beauty in the process of it. But yeah, I'm just yapping right now, so I'm gonna call it right here. But the main thing is, like, I want y'all to be able to walk away with it. Just understand it is a long-term process. It is a probabilistic game. You will never, and the best traders in the world lose. The best traders in the world lose. There's nobody in this world that's never lost as a successful trader. Losing is just you paying your tuition to the market, you're paying your dues, you're paying your rent, paying your taxes, whatever you want to call it. Every single business has to lose money to make money. Look at losses as business expenses. Look at losses as you're paying your employees off. Like, because at the end of the day, you are your own boss as a day trader. You have nobody holding you accountable but yourself. Like, we always glorify and put on a pedestal the fact that we have no boss, but sometimes this can also self-sabotage a lot of us. This can put us all in bad places because you have nobody to hold you accountable but you, and if you don't do it, it's going to only cause you to do worse and to fail. So understand that losses are inevitable. Losses will come. It's about how you manage them. The best loser wins. It's a whole book on that. The best loser wins. You will not be a successful day trader if you cannot afford to lose. You cannot just lose and be comfortable with that and just walk away. You will never see success as a trader. Um, be able to lose. Be patient. It is long term. It's not fast. It's not overnight. It's not in a month. It'll take a long time of consistency and discipline. And I lacked that for such a long time, and that's what postponed my process. And I want you to be able to hear this to help accelerate your process and help you understand, like, just help you get to that point and avoid a lot of the mistakes that I made. I didn't journal for such a long time. I couldn't take a loss for such a long time. I was impatient for so long. I wanted it so fast. And the time is going to pass you regardless. Time doesn't stop. So you're going to constantly climb up the mountain, trying to get up as fast as possible, just to fall down, start at ground zero, or you can take baby steps and gradually get to the top of that mountain. Like if that makes sense. Yeah, like two people trying to climb a mountain. This person trying to rush, and this person taking his time. But this person might be ahead first, but he gonna fall. Now this person's ahead. The person that was taking his time will always prevail. Don't try to rush. So if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. If you want to go somewhere far, go together. That don't even make sense, but I just thought of that. That don't correlate to this, but you want to go far, take your time. You wanna go fast, cool, you can do that, but take your time and patience will always prevail. Patience will always pay you in this market. With that being said, though, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm gonna hop in this water. Just enjoying myself, and I'm gonna catch you. I appreciate y'all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Thank you if you are still watching to this point. I appreciate you all the support. It means so much to me. And yeah, thank you for real. I really appreciate y'all. Free Discord in the bio. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Stay blessed. Love you. Peace out.